Hi guys, it's Teresa. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm very excited to present to you my top 10 books I'm excited for in 2020. As you might have realized, in the last 2 years or so, I've been trying to make more of an effort to read current releases, because most of the time I just fall back on like the back catalog of books I have yet to read, which is still enormous and will forever remain enormous. But honestly, it's kind of more exciting to read more current books sometimes. So I want to again try and do more of that in 2020. So in order to achieve that, I've collected some books that I've either already pre-ordered or am really highly anticipating buying and reading in 2020. Now, let's get started. So first, let's talk about sequels, because there's quite a few sequels. The first is The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson. This is the third and final book in the Truly Devious trilogy, and I love the first book in this. Was very disappointed with the second, but I'm still highly anticipating the ending because there's still so many mysteries left unsolved, left unanswered, and I cannot wait to get my hands on these answers, okay? If you didn't know, Truly Devious is set at a boarding school called the Allingham Academy, where about 100 years ago, the daughter and wife of the founder and owner of the academy were kidnapped and never found again. So this is a very old mystery that is still interesting to some people in the present, especially Stevie, who is a student at the school, and she's basically decided to go to the school in order to solve the mystery. But when she gets there, murders start to happen. So we have this dual mystery, the one in the past, one in the present, and the first book was phenomenal. Second book, as I said, was basically just filler and really boring and really bad. So please step up the game for book 3, because I'm hyped to know, and I need to know how it ends, okay? The next sequel is The Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. This is also the third and final book in the... What's the series called? Diababad? Something like that. The first book is called The City of Brass. I've yet to read the sequel. Oops, I'm sorry. But I really enjoyed the first one. It came out 2 years ago. I definitely have to reread it before reading the rest of the books. But that doesn't change the fact I'm very excited about book 3. It's a genie story. It's really cool. I love the characters. I like the romance. I'm excited to see how it goes. And again, it's probably better that I'm waiting until the third book is out, because then I can just marathon all 3 and I don't have to wait in between, which is always nice. The next sequel is A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemra. This is the second book in the Cursed So Dark and Lonely series, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And I honestly read the first book this year, fully anticipating to hate it, but I actually quite enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It wasn't taking itself too seriously. It was a really quick, cool read, and I'm excited to see where the story goes and how it continues. So definitely looking out. I actually already pre-ordered this one. I think it comes out early in the year, so I'm very excited. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm definitely going to talk about it again in a wrap-up very soon. And the final sequel I'm so excited for is The King of Prose by Libba Bray. This is the fourth and final book in the Divina series. I've read the first 2 books in the last month or so, and I do own the third one, but I'm not sure yet if I'm going to still read it this month or wait a little bit longer until it's closer to the release of the fourth one, so that I don't have to wait that much in between. That doesn't make sense because I still have to wait right now, but it makes sense somewhere in my brain, so I'm just gonna go with it, okay? The Divina series is set in 1920s New York, and we follow a group of teenagers that have powers. So they're called the Diviners, and there's a lot of paranormal stuff happening, mysteries to be solved, and ancient evil to be defeated. All that good stuff, and I'm very excited for the conclusion. The next category of books I'm excited for is books by authors I've read other books by. So they're not sequels to series, but I have read other stuff by them, and I think they're good authors, so I'm excited to read more of their work. The first book that falls into this category is Burner Bodies Down. I don't know why that's so hard to say, by Rory Power. I just read Riler Girls by Rory Power, and I enjoyed it, but it was disappointing in the end. So I thought it had a lot of potential, but could have been better. I do really like the writing style though, and I like the general idea. So I am very positive, very optimistic about her further books. This one follows a girl called Margot who lives with her single mother, and she doesn't really have any relatives or anybody else kind of family to speak of, until she discovers a photograph that points her towards a small town where her mother came from, and she goes to investigate and finds out more than she bargained for. I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds pretty cool, very exciting. Wild the Girls is also kind of a mystery, so I'm hoping this one is also going to be equally mysterious and page turning and gripping and ooh, spooky, maybe spooky, I don't know. Spooky doesn't necessarily have to mean ghost, right? It's just kind of scary. I don't know. I'm definitely very excited though, and I'm definitely gonna get this. Also, the cover for this is stunning. What does this girl have with like all her beautiful covers? Like, oh my god, stop it. I can't not buy these books if they look so beautiful. The next book, hallelujah, it exists. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. We don't even have a cover. We don't even have a synopsis. Do you think I care? Because I'm 100% gonna read this. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so excited. This is The Devil and the Dark Water by Stuart Durden, the author of The 13 Deaths of Evelyn. No, The 7 Deaths. What did I say? Oh, I was confusing you with the 13th tale. 13th? No. The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, my favorite book of 2018. And I genuinely, like, when I saw on Twitter he had written another book, I was like, my life is complete. Not really, because I need more books by him in the future still, but I'm so excited. I can't wait. Again, we don't know anything about this book. We don't know what it's about. We don't know anything, but I'm hyped. I'm here. I'm gonna read this. Next on the list is The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. I've read 2 books by Christina Lauren before, loved one, hated the other, so kind of hit or miss for me, but doesn't mean I'm not excited about more, because I know the potential they have to create perfection with Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, so I'm just holding out for my next version of that, pretty much. In this book, we follow a very wealthy couple who are going on a book tour. They're basically America's favorite couple, but they secretly hate each other, and their assistants have to go on the tour with them in order to prevent things from going haywire, and I think that they end up falling in love, hopefully with each other. I don't know more than that. It sounds pretty fun. Lots of potential for craziness and interesting stuff and funniness happening, so I'm very excited. Next on the list is The Midnight Lie by Marie Grukowski. This book is set in the same world as the Winners trilogy by her, which are the only books I've read. It's been a minute since then, and I enjoyed them at the time, but I'm not sure how I would feel about them now, so The Midnight Lie is kind of a wild card for me because I could love it, I could hate it. It's all open at this point. I don't really know much about the synopsis. It sounds kind of like a pretty typical high fantasy with magic and political intrigue and like trying to defeat some evil. It follows this girl called Nirim who has to abandon her old life for some reason. I tried to read the synopsis. I can't sum it up for you because it seems so kind of generic, but it doesn't mean much because the generic premise can still lead to a phenomenal book. So I'm leaving that all open. I'm being very optimistic, and I'm definitely going to try to read this one. I hope I enjoy it. Another book that falls into this category is Writers and Lovers by Lily King. I read Euphoria by her last year and really enjoyed it. And I don't know much about Writers and Lovers. I think it has something to do with a young, unpublished, struggling author and just generally her life and all that good stuff. I don't know much more than that, but it does sound interesting, and I want to see what else Lily King can write. I don't know how many other books she's written actually, but I kind of want to try and like get through more of her stuff if there is more, because I did enjoy Euphoria so much, and yeah, this might be a good chance to do so. And then my final category is books by authors I know nothing about, and actually here I just have one, and that is The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abi Dere. This book is about a 15-year-old Nigerian girl who only wants to like get an education, lead an independent life, but her father sells her to be married to an older man to be his third wife, and the only way that she finds she can avoid this fate is by selling herself basically into servitude to a rich family, and she has to kind of bow and scrape in order to survive there. But in the end, I think it's a story about finding your voice and speaking out and standing up for yourself, and I mean, I love those kinds of stories. It sounds really hard to read and heartbreaking, but also like something I could really enjoy. If it does have a positive ending, oh my god, please don't be sad all the way through, because I can't handle that. But I'm excited. This sounds definitely very interesting, and I'd love to read it in 2020. And that concludes the list of my most anticipated releases for the year 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found maybe some new books that you might also want to try to check out next year. Leave your own anticipated releases in the comments down below and let me know why you want to read them so badly. While you're down there, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you back very soon for more videos. Until then, have a lovely week. Bye!